top tech bosses, including the CEOs of Microsoft and Google, were summoned to the White House for an emergency meeting and told that they must protect the public from the dangers of artificial intelligence or AI. This urgent meeting comes amid alarming reports about the unrestricted growth and potential subversive powers of AI. The White House is making an effort to establish government oversight and regulations in the field, reports say. The White House believes that private sector companies have a responsibility to make sure artificial intelligence products are safe before they are released. US Vice President Kamala Harris said in a statement following the meeting that the new technology could pose a risk to safety, privacy and civil rights, although it also had the potential to improve lives. She said the private sector had an ethical, moral and legal responsibility to ensure the safety and security of their products. The White House has announced a $140 million investment from the National Science Foundation to launch 7 new AI research institutes. All right, we have Samya live with us from Delhi newsroom. Samya, Biden-Harris met Sundar Pichai and Satya Nadella and discussed risks posed by artificial intelligence, a very crucial meeting amid popularity of AI chatbot ChatGPT. Take us through the details of this meet and the focus of the discussion.
Absolutely. Now, this is a significant meeting that has taken place at the White House, where the Biden administration has called upon the Google CEO and the Microsoft CEO, Sundar Pichai and Satya Nadella. Both were in attendance. This is only to try and help the government in the US build the safeguards, the regulations and the oversight in the fields of artificial intelligence, since they factor in the kind of risk and the threat that it poses to public life. Now, there are significant details that have also been emerging gradually as to why is there a need to worry. Now, while artificial intelligence may better our lives, can make our work life easier and a lot more convenient, it does pose an inherent threat when it comes to civil liberties, privacy, and also, for that matter, the manner in which we know using the internet as of today. We have to also factor in that from the Google recently, it was the godfather of the artificial intelligence, Geoffrey Hinton, who had recently resigned because he wanted to make aware the kind of dangers that the AI, the artificial intelligence, that may pose. Kamala Harris has also spoken about how this may impinge upon, the privacy that people know as of now, and that there should be a legal obligation way by which these big tech companies need to first verify, adhere to safety norms before they put out their products into public domain. Now, while they have decided to come forth with an embargo and have a significant impact into our lives, both personal and our work lives. So we have to wait and see what is going to be the final contours of this meeting and what comes out of it. Is there going to be a statement that the White House is going to issue after having this crucial meeting with the bigwigs of the tech giants like Satya Nadella and Sundar Pichai? Because the US government is monitoring and watching all the developments that are taking place as far as the boom and the growth of the artificial intelligence is concerned. We do see how ChatGPT has become part and parcel of our life right now, and this is only going to grow. So what is going to be the safeguards that can possibly keep our lives protected, our privacy protected, and where it doesn't impinge upon civil rights? All that will be factored in at this particular meeting that took place at the White House.
All right. Thank you, Samya, for joining us with all those details. Protect public from AI risks, AI firms of moral responsibility is what the White House has said. All right. We also have Pranesh Prakash, a cyber expert, joining us on the story. Mr. Prakash, a very crucial meeting was held at the White House with important CEOs there, and this urgent meeting coming amid alarming reports about unrestricted growth of AI. What is your view as far as this meeting is concerned? Looks like it is high time that the risks of AI is something that is analyzed by countries.
I think it is correct that we should be understanding the risks of various kinds of AI. There isn't just one kind of AI. So we should be looking at these risks. But I think what is being done right now is a bit alarmist, that people are overestimating the risks and are underestimating the benefits. And so they aren't actually engaging in risk-benefit analysis. They're only engaging in risk analysis. And I think that is harmful in the long run. Secondly, this meeting at the White House and what they're doing is only focusing on a small number of large companies, large American companies who have invested in AI. However, a leaked document from Google just yesterday shows that the vast majority of innovation in AI that is happening in the open source communities, is happening through free software enthusiasts who are making lots of small incremental changes and building upon work done by each other. So this meeting did not have any representative from them, and indeed can't have any representative from them because it's a large non-coherent community. So I'm not really sure how useful this meeting would be.
All right, thank you, Mr. Prakash, for joining us with your thoughts. You're saying that this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're not entirely certain how useful this meeting could be. Thank you for joining us on this story. In fact, earlier this week, the godfather of AI, Geoffrey Hinton, quit his job at Google, saying he now regretted his work. In fact, he has said that humanity's survival is threatened when smart things can outsmart us. He said it's important to make sure they're used for people's benefits, else they can be scary.
If you look at these large language models, they have about 1 trillion connections. And things like GPT-4 know much more than we do. They have sort of common sense knowledge about everything. And so they probably know 1,000 times as much as a person. But they've got 1 trillion connections and we've got 100 trillion connections. So they're much, much better at getting a lot of knowledge into only 1 trillion connections than we are. And I think it's because backpropagation may be a much, much better learning algorithm than what we've got. That's scary. What we really want, I don't think we're going to stop developing them because they're so useful. They'll be incredibly useful in medicine and in everything else. So I don't think there's much chance of stopping development. What we want is some way of making sure that even if they're smarter than us, they're going to do things that are beneficial for us.